Hello everyone. So this week we're working on subtraction in math. We have talked about words that remind us to subtract. We have subtracted using 10 frames and acting out problems. Today we're just going to use some manipulatives to solve subtraction problems. So here we go. And I know you don't have these teddy bears at home. You can use counters when you're working along with me, or really anything. Like if you have rocks at home, like a bunch of rocks, you can use rocks to subtract with, or Legos. Anything that you have at your house that you have a lot of, you could use those as your manipulatives to subtract. So I'm going to use these teddy bears. You grab whatever you want to use while we're working together today. So press pause and go grab what you need. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start telling some problems. And I'll use my teddy bear some and my counter some. Like I said, though, it really doesn't matter as long as we are working on something to subtract. Or working with something. Okay. Here we go. Branson has 7 bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Branson has 7 bears. He gave one of the bears to his ferret to play with. How many bears does Branson have now? Okay, so remember, he had 7 to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he gives one of his bears to his ferret to play with. Oh, man. Oh, my. Did you hear all of my bears just fall out of the bag? Oh, that's okay. All right, so he gave one of his bears away to his ferret. How many bears does Branson have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 minus 1 equals 6. Remember, this is the minus sign right here. And this is the equal sign. With subtraction problems, the answer is called the difference, okay? So this is the difference. All right, let's do another one. Wyatt has 8 Legos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice how I double checked just to make sure I had the right amount. You should always do that too, because sometimes if you put a bunch of counters out there, and like if I had accidentally put 9 instead of 8, I would have gotten the wrong answer. So always double check your work. So Wyatt has 8 Legos. 7 of the Legos got lost. How many Legos does Wyatt have left? Okay, so if he has 8 Legos and 7 of them get lost, if they're getting lost, they're going away, which means we need to subtract. So he has 8, 7 get lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many Legos does Wyatt have left? Just 1. Uh-oh, that's not good. So 8 minus 7 equals 1. Remember, this is the difference. The answer is called the difference. Here's the minus sign and the equal sign. Notice when we subtract, we always start with a larger number and we end with a smaller number. Okay, start with the biggest number when you subtract and end with a smaller number. All right, let's do the next one. My bears are still falling. All right, Adrian has 5 bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Adrian has 5 bears. She gives 3 of the bears to her sister Alexis. How many bears does Adrian have now? All right, so she had 5 bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She gives 3 of the bears to her sister Alexis. So she's giving bears. That means we are getting rid of them and we'll have to subtract. So to subtract 3. 1, 2, 3. How many bears are left? 2. Because 5 minus 3 equals 2. This is the difference. The answer of a subtraction problem is called the difference. All right, let's do one more. Vincent has 9 basketballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 9 basketballs. I'm going to double check that and make sure I counted that correctly because 9 is a large number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm good to continue. Vincent has 9 basketballs. 3 of them lost their air, so the air came out of them. How many basketballs does Vincent have now? Vincent had 9 basketballs. 3 of them, when I say lost their air, I could say deflated. 3 of them got deflated. How many basketballs does Vincent have now? All right, so he started with 9, and then 3 of the basketballs lost their air and got deflated, so I'm getting rid of them. 1, 2, 3. How many basketballs does Vincent have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 6 basketballs still. So 9 minus 3 equals 6. Oops. Okay. Remember, the answer to a subtraction problem is called the difference. This is the minus sign, and this is the equal sign. When we subtract, remember, we always start with the largest number first, and then our answer is always going to be smaller than what we started with because we are taking away. Okay? We'll talk some more about subtraction tomorrow.